VIVIAN is right around the corner with only a few days left for the current patch, and a lot of you might already be getting ready to pull for her. I know I am. I even have a complete set for her already. Granted, I wish I did actually have a little bit more anomaly proficiency, but that's besides the point. What I want to mainly talk about is whether or not you should be getting her. Of course, this doesn't matter if you just want her because you like her as a character. If that's your whole reason to pull for her, this video really isn't for you. And if I'm being honest, that's probably the correct way to go about it. Nonetheless, VIVIAN will be our next anomaly character dealing ether damage. Her kit can be a bit complicated to understand, but it can be boiled down to her building some stacks with her EX special, chain attack, quick assist, and ultimate, and then consuming these stacks whenever the on-field character uses an EX special or triggers an anomaly. Once this happens, you'll see a bloom effect on the enemy that's based on the damage dealt by the anomaly currently on the enemy. These blooms can actually deal a lot of damage, especially if you can trigger them consistently. And talking about triggering them consistently brings up the question of who enables this the best, and the character that does this the best is none other than Astra. Since Astra only needs 25 energy to use her EX special, it makes it really easy for VIVIAN to trigger a bloom, and the constant quick assists also help her build up more stacks. It honestly feels like Astra was made to be used together with VIVIAN. Without Astra, a team with VIVIAN will definitely feel weaker and not as smooth. With that said, I'm sure that it will still be fine even if you don't have Astra. Not having Astra is really the only big downside of VIVIAN. Outside of that, there really isn't any big problems with her. She's an anomaly character, so she is simple to build. Just get as much attack and anomaly proficiency as much as possible as usual, without having to worry about any crit, and her best weapon is also very easy to get. Outside of her signature, her best one will be the Whipping Gemini, which is a craftable weapon, making her quite a bit free-to-play friendly. She also works very well with other on-field anomaly characters like Jane, Miyavi, Yanagi, Grace, and even Piper, believe it or not. We should also talk about future banners since we do know some info of what's going to happen in the future. As we know, Jane will be rerunning together with VIVIAN, and they both work incredibly well together, so it wouldn't be too bad of an idea to go for both of them if you can, of course. It is pretty damn expensive, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, Hugo will be releasing right after VIVIAN. We don't know much about him, but from what was shown so far, he looks like an incredibly cool unit. However, I doubt anyone will beat him with characters like Miyabi or other very strong attackers in the game. Granted, he does come with a new mechanic, so we'll have to wait and see, of course. And lastly, there are a lot of characters from Season 2 of the game. A lot of them were shown, and you might actually want to save for some of them in case you do like them. And this will be especially important for Yi Xuan, which will be our next Void Hunter, and of course we all know how strong the last one was. In any case, that's only one man's opinion on the whole thing. Let me know what you guys think about VIVIAN down in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next video.